I noticed guys that many of you cannot pass challenge 19 in zone operation because you cannot do critical damage, you cannot restore your health, and because of that lightning. Not counting other debuffs which makes it even harder. So of course I want to help you to pass it, I want to show you how I did it. Want to give you some tips and tell you what mistakes you can make. The first thing what you need to do guys is to choose the right equipments. From weapons, you need Void Power, not anything else, perfectly Astral Forge. Honestly speaking guys, I wanted to show you how to pass this challenge with not Astral Forge Void Power, but unfortunately I do not have it. From necklaces you can go with Eternal or Void Emblem, but I personally recommend you to go with Eternal because most of the time we are going to have over 50% health. As you remember, you cannot do critical damage and restore your health, so there is no sense in Eternal Glows. Use Voidbreaker handguards even if you have them at excellent quality. I also understand that some of you may not have them, in this case use Fingerless Glows. Suit of course Eternal, but belt I don't really recommend you to use Twisting, it's better to use Waist Sensor. Because when your health will be below 50%, the damage will be reduced on 20%. The reason why I'm not wearing Waist Sensor, I just forgot it guys, I just forgot to change the belt. Waist Sensor is also well combined with Voidbreaker threads. Thanks to the plus 20% to movement speed, you'll be doing hard damage. From pets, if you have a legendary Rex, I recommend you to use him, not Crokey, because Rex instead of you will be taking 30% damage. As you can see, I'm using Keen, but for you, I do not recommend you to use her. The only reason why I'm using Keen, not anyone else, because most of you do not have other survivors high level. From other survivors, I personally recommend Master Yan or Worm or Tsukiyomi. But do not forget that you need to have at least 70,000 attack. Lower attack is not really recommended. By the way guys, I often see this question, what does it mean, AR? AR is armor from talents. Now let's talk about skills, at first about weapon skills. From weapon skills, besides making Gloom Nova, you will need only 2 weapons. Destroyer and Whistling Arrow to easily kill bosses. Void Power will be enough to deal with mobs, so other weapon skills are up to you. From supply skills, of course Exobracer and Ammo Thruster to evolve your weapon skills. As you cannot restore your health, I highly recommend you to choose Ruin Suit with Fitness Guide. And the last 2 supply skills, Fuel and Energy Cube, will make your Void Power more effective. That's all what you need guys to pass this challenge. Now, let me show you how to beat bosses and survive. The first boss is not really hard to beat, the only thing you should know what to do when a lightning is coming. Let's wait a little. From this moment you will have around 8 seconds to hide from lightning. You should kinda feel when it's going to hit the ground, and perfectly stay in the safe zone in the last 1 or 2 seconds. As a result, in 99% the boss will not appear in the safe zone. Let's see how I'm doing it one more time, let's wait a few seconds. A lightning is going to strike the ground, the boss is not disappearing yet. It's disappearing in the last seconds, I'm going out at safe zone. And immediately coming back to not be hit by lightning and by the boss. So guys, if you want to avoid lightnings during a fight with bosses, the key is to feel the time to know when to stay in the safe zone. The next minutes will not be really easy, most likely you will die, but don't care much about that because during these minutes you may not have good strong skills. A little later you will have them, if you will not have them, it means that you have better NG, in this case it's better to start over. In these 2 minutes, the hardest part you may have with this elite. Do not have it, and with the next bosses focus on drones and try to make destroyer. To easily kill the next bosses in the last seconds, around 30 seconds before boss fight, do not collect biofuel and collect it when you will fight with bosses. As a result, when you'll be choosing skills, you will not be receiving any damage, and in pauses between choosing skills, you'll be doing damage to bosses. Try to do this thing with all next bosses to easily kill them. Again, these 2 bosses do whatever is needed to receive less damage, and of course try not to die. The next minutes are not really hard, only that part with elite. Just keep a good distance, do not be hit by these lightning bolts. And pay attention to blue lightning bolts that can hit you as well. It's not hard to avoid them, but you can forget about them. From minute 5 we are not collecting biofuel because at 5 minutes and 25 seconds we will have elite. That elite can easily kill you guys. To make it not happen, you should start collecting biofuel to not receive any damage. As you remember, when you're choosing skills you're not receiving any damage and you're doing damage to enemies. This trick will help you a lot here to survive to not die against that elite. After beating it, stop collecting biofuel to easily kill final bosses. To kill the final bosses will be one of the easiest parts. Okay guys, I hope this guide will help you to finally pass this hard challenge, challenge 19. Do not forget to subscribe my channel and would be great if you will like this video, because it helps me to make a better content for you.